Obviously, it's a balance issue, right? And that's what you're talking about, balancing
I am.
joy and fun
I am.
with like the work of a relationship. You got to have fun. If you can't laugh together, it's a bad sign. You don't have anything to laugh about, bad sign.
Okay.
Laughter kind of keeps you through the harder times in a better place,
Thank you.
right?
And humility.
Humility is good, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
There was no way I was winning in dune wrestling. Okay, so thank you. We're going to invite somebody onto the set now in a second. We have, Try This at Home is trying something in the studio for the next few shows, and then maybe ongoing we'll get viewer comments about this. We're going to do a safety tip every time with CPR Dave. And so we're going to take a break in a second so that he can join the show. Okay, we're back, and we have CPR Dave, and we have Dr. Alan Tepp. And Dr. Alan Tepp and I have been discussing relationships. So CPR Dave is going to give us a safety tip about relationships. Hi, Dave.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me back on the show. Some of the things that I think people can do at home regarding relationships or just getting involved in the relationship for the first time is do a little bit of research on who you are dating or who you are seeing. It doesn't matter whether they're teenagers, middle-aged, or even grandparents who are getting back involved in the dating scene. You want to know certain things. You want to be able to, of course, you had mentioned before about the trust and being open and honest. But unfortunately, in our society and some of the things that we've been seeing is that's not always the case. So just as a precautionary measure, I always like to know a little bit more background information about the family, the friends, some additional investigative questions on some of the things they like, and then follow up. Are these things true? Do they have any financial debt that I might be concerned about that they might attach to me? Things like that.
How do you find, so are you talking about like internet dating or just like I met you in a bar and like how do I find out those kind of things?
Well, I think you need to, right now I know a lot of people are on Facebook.
Right.
And the computer does offer a lot of intelligence gathering information that you could look up someone, you could look up their friends and see what type of profile they have. Yeah, especially if you meet someone in a bar, that's a little bit more, you're not sure exactly who you're dealing with. But feel free to put your cards on the table and ask them, are you married? Have you been married? What happened to your last relationship? So that kind of gives you insight whether they're going to be kind of honest with you. And sometimes understanding and studying their body language helps too. Whether you ask a question and they kind of like look downward, or they don't, or they avoid the question, things like that. So and it goes for not only males and females too. So females as well as males need to do the same thing to females to see whether or not they're dating more than one person at the same time.
Oh, I know.
Is that a bad thing, Dave, if you're doing that?
Dave.
I would think it depends on the relationship. Obviously, if there's no commitment and you're fine dating with other people and that person is, then that's not an issue. But if you're looking for a more dedicated relationship, then I would want to be concerned specifically about diseases, things of that nature. I'd want a more serious relationship and where that relationship might go for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know there are safety tips about things you can do regarding diseases.
Yeah.
I mean, please let's not probably talk about them right this moment, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Because I was going to say that there's a great things that you can do with that young people are doing is that they're in the county. We have a clinic here in Putnam County. In Westchester County, all the counties have clinics. You can go there. You can get free information. They'll counsel you. They'll teach you a lot of information. A lot of people will be tested before they get involved in a more serious relationship. Adults do, and that makes it a safer, wiser, and makes just a smarter situation, I think.
What are those clinics? Just so in case people,
Then go to the Putnam County Health Department.
the health department?
In White Plains, there's a clinic that you can just look them up online or look them up in the phone book, which will be more than happy to have you come in, free testing. And this is all free.
Wow.
This doesn't cost you anything. So
Wow.
2 people who are willing to get involved in a more serious relationship would go there. They would be tested together. They would go back. They would both know that they were clean.
Right.
Or if they did have something, they'd know how to deal with it. And they could have a more secure. And I think that's where we need to be
Safety.
in as far as safety goes related to that.
So, Alan, do you think, just in your experience of people, that that people are doing that kind of thing in relationship? Like, listen, hi, sweetheart, I just met you in a bar. Yeah, before anything happens, I would like to go to the health department and, check out your disease credentials.
Well,
and
you'd be
credentials
surprised. I
and-
think Dave's point's well taken.
I think it's
I
pretty
think more and
important.
more people are coming in their wallet with, and they show.
Right.
I've
It's
seen it
protection.
before. They show that they're HIV negative.
What? You have
Yep.
a card carrying? I'm a
I've-
card carrying HIV negative.
I've had patients tell me that that's what they ask for.
They asked for that?
Yeah, they ask for a clean bill of health before they want to have any kind of sexual relations.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
And that is definitely the most intelligent thing
It
you can do.
absolutely
And,
is.
and it's not only HIV, but there's
Right.
many other illnesses, sexually transmitted diseases that can be easily gotten. And the more we're educated, and again, we as adults are role models for our children, our younger generation. So if we show them that we're doing this, and
Right.
we're advocating this type of behavior, maybe they will go forward and do this, and then they will protect themselves. And of course, anytime alcohol gets involved,
Right.
people their behavior becomes a little bit more relaxed. They
Reckless.
become reckless, and it could be a little bit more risky. So you need to really be in control, male and female,
Right.
and go with your gut feeling.
Right. Of course, the problem in most committed relationships is not unsafe sex, is the lack of sex.
All
see-
right. Well,
I see that a lot more than anybody worrying about what disease they're going to get. I just think they
Right.
just want to
Be more
be more like intimate with
friends.
each other.
Yeah, right.
so thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you.
So I just want to recap really quickly our show for today. It was a great show. So try this at home. We had Dr. Alan Tepp and we had CPR Dave, and just to recap, the tools for transformation for today: please be open and honest in your relationships, but do so with compassion and get help if you need to get help to tell the truth. And have some fun. And don't just have fun. Also, although I believe Dr. Tepp was saying at the end, if you're in a committed relationship, you
Have fun.
have fun. Yeah, have fun. Have fun.
Have fun and all get
Have
tested.
fun and get tested and be safe. So that's our show for today. Please, if you want to be a guest on the show, contact our show at our email address. And Dr. Tepp has a website, and I think they can just Google you, right? And CPR Dave can be found on the web as well. So,
CPR Dave.
feedback for the show would be great, and also come and be a guest and bring us a tip. Thank you very much.